Everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be seeing how can we assign a procurement view to a user in Fusion Cloud. So why do we need to assign a procurement view? Let us understand this first. An enterprise may have different business units, and each business unit will be performing some specific function. So say in an organization, a particular user need to perform the procurement activities, or he belongs to the procurement division and need to proceed with his day-to-day activities. For that, all these activities will be performed by a BU which has the procurement role. So what are the different procurement activities could be there? The different activities could be making a requisition, making a purchase order, proceeding with the payable invoices, and so on. So let's see what I meant by saying this. So I am onto the Fusion Cloud purchase order page. I'll show you the navigation. So for that you need to go to navigation bar and your procurement, then purchase order. So once you click on purchase order, you will be directed to this page. Now let's try creating a purchase order. So to do that, we'll go to create orders. Okay, so now here we see we have something called procurement BU, and when we click on the drop down, we are not able to see any procurement BU. So and the procurement BU is a mandatory field which is required while creating the order. Why the procurement BU is not listed? This is because not any procurement BU is assigned to our user. So let's try and assigning a procurement BU. So for that, we just need to go to setup and maintenance, and then you should go to search and search with manage dataset, or manage data. I'll give percentage. Yeah, so we need to go to manage data set access set, manage data access set, access for users. So I'll click on that. So here we have the options, user without data access and user with data access. In user with data access, we can see what are the data sets which are access to that user. As we have already seen that there is no BU assigned, so first we'll try assigning a BU. And here in the security context, you need to mention the BU, and then in the username you need to mention the user for which you want to assign the procurement BU. So once again, it's not taking. Okay, spelling was wrong. Now we'll go to okay, so now here let's see what are the different procurement roles available. We have let's search with the procurement and see what are the roles that is available. So we have procurement contract administrator, integration specialist, manager, preparer, and requester. We have different roles here. You can get details onto these roles by going to docs.oracle. I have made a separate video where you can navigate for the same. I'll be going with procurement manager now, so that my user, so one who has the procurement manager role would be able to request, prepare, as well as move forward with the approvals. So I'll go with that. Click on this and okay. Now we'll create a new, and we'll mention a username. We'll go to role. Our role will be procurement manager. Security context will be business unit, and will give an access to ETR percentage, because these business units are defined to perform the procurement activities. Okay, now we have mentioned the business unit. Now there is a concept called reference data or the reference data set. So let us understand what is that. A reference data set are the logical groups which provide the enterprise to decide which business unit accesses the reference data group, such as grades, location, taxes, classifications, AP, AR, payments, etc. So reference data sets are nothing but that enables your insight into the data. So say there are different so data sets are nothing but a logical group which stores information of, say, a type of payment terms. So we define different payment terms, and then we give access to different BUs in that. So that payment terms data is nothing but a reference data set. In Fusion, standardly we have two data sets. One is the common and one is the enterprise. So the common reference data set will be accessed globally across all the organization if you have the common Excel data set role. So you can also see the data of different business units. But if you have only the enterprise role, then you'll be able to access the information of the business unit for which you have the role. Okay, so I'll summarize it again. A reference data set is nothing but a logical group of data which provides enterprise to decide which business unit can have access to that reference data groups. So there will be different data groups, and using the reference data set will give access to different business organization to access the data in that data group. Hope that is clear now. I'll tell you what is the advantage of you doing so. The advantage is it helps the organization share common transactional data without unnecessary duplication. So if you say so there is a business unit that has a payment term A, and there is a different business unit which uses the payment terms as ABC. Now if we create, or if we start creating transactional payment terms for enterprise A and as well as for business unit A and for the business unit B, it would result in the duplication of data. So to avoid that, we create a data set and we give access to that data set to different business units. I hope that is clear now. So my motive to make you understand that was because now we'll give access also to the different data sets here. So again, for that we'll click on the add button, we'll specify our user, then we'll go to the role and we'll give now here in the security context we have already specified the business unit. Now we'll specify your data set. So we'll go to reference data set and the value will be common set. So as I said, the common set is used globally across different organizations, and they will be having access to the common data set. Now I'll give access to the specific data set also, that would be our enterprise data set. So I come here, we'll go to give to, so we'll specify the role. Now here again the security context will be reference data set, and here now it will be enterprise. So we save this, click on done. Now we'll again navigate back to the purchase order page. Now let's see whether the business unit is enabled or not. Sorry, I need to go to create order. Okay, so still we see that procurement view is not enabled. This is because we need to run an ESS job so that whatever changes took for this user gets syncs with the application. For that we need to go to tools, then we need to go to schedule process. Now there is a ESS job that we need to run. I'll be showing you that. Send pending. So yeah, so send pending LDAP request. Let's see what the description says. This role, this particular ESS job manages requests to create users or update users, roles and role grants. So we have given a new role to our user, as well as we have given the access to business unit. So running this particular ESS job should enable the procurement view for us. We'll click on OK. Now we'll click on submit. So 873511 is a process ID. It will take a while because a set of programs are running and it will take some time to complete, so be patient. Okay, okay, now you can see that a process ID is completed and the status is succeeded. So we'll log out and try to log in again. And so we saw that procurement view is still not enabled for this user. So what I will do now, I will go and check whether the procurement related roles are assigned to this user or not. It should be assigned, but we have used procurement manager, and let's see whether this user has the procurement manager role or not. So for that I'll be logging in through the other user who has access to security console. So I'll go to again tools, we'll go to security console. Okay, in security control we'll go to that users. I'll search with the username. Okay, our user is listed. Now we will see here our user has the procurement manager role. So we have seen that our user has that role also. Okay, so what may be the other issue? The other issue is that the user for which we have assigned the business unit might not be defined as a procurement agent. Before doing that, the user must be defined as a person or no person number associated with it. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll create a user. So to do that, I'll go to again setup and maintenance, and we'll search with manage. We'll go and add a new user. So we'll go here. We'll select a user account. Okay, the person type as we can either give buyer. Ideally we should be giving buyer, but I'll be giving employee here so that we can use this user just not to do the procurement activities but other functions which we can perform on Fusion. So for that I'll be defining him as an employee. We have linked the username, so we do not need to explicitly define the roles here. I'll just mention the last name and the first name. The last name is actually important here, but I'll mention both. So we are done, and we'll copy this. So we can specify whether the username and password should be sent or not. So we'll check this, and then we'll click on save and close. So it's in some error, I guess. You must enter a value legally employed in the business unit. Okay, so where is that? Legal employer. I'll be choosing legal entity 2. Business unit, I'll choose the one for which I've given the role. So I will go to ATR. Okay, and now we'll do save and close. So by now we have created the user as the employee in the system. We have verified that that user has the procurement manager role. Also we have assigned a procurement BU. As now everything is done, just a last thing which is left. We need to specify this user as a procurement agent. So to do that, we'll again go to setup and maintenance. Then to search, then we'll go to manage procurement agents. Now this is the manage procurement agent page. I have to go to add actually. So I'll search with the name. Okay, need to select OK, and there are some accesses. Manage requisitions, I'll give full view access. For purchase order, I'll give full. Manage purchase agreement full. Manage negotiations. For everything I'll give it full, so that it works. I can use this user as my master user for other activities. Now we'll just go and save and close. So our changes were saved, done. Now I'll directly go to the purchase order page. So now see, we have the procurement view enabled. If we add if we want to add more procurement view, we just need to go to dataset, manage user dataset, manage access dataset users, and then we need to follow the same steps. Assign the procurement view. After that, we need to go to the manage procurement agent page, assign that user to be an agent for that view. And so today in this video we have seen many things. We have seen what is a reference data set, what are the different types of different data set. We have understand what it is and what are the advantage of it, and we have seen how can we assign or create a person out of a user. Like a user was already there, we created a person, and assign that person to that user so that all the roles are intact. After that, we have seen how we can assign a procurement view and how we can define a procurement agent for a view. Hope this video would be helpful for you, and if you like the video, I request you to please share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel, so that we come forward with such videos which would help you to have a grip on the Oracle Fusion Cloud, and it will also help you to have hands-on practice. At least you can refer this example and practice on your own. So take care. Thank you.